What's new at Zamnesia? A lot is new at Zamnesia, especially us coming to the States. We started off back in February this year, trying to conquer the US market, because obviously there's a big market. It's coming along nicely, still a bit slow to be honest, because we depend on Google a lot in our business.
Yeah.
Obviously in cannabis you cannot do Google ads, Facebook ads, and social, whatever.
Yeah.
And we kind of dropped in Google just before we opened up, so that's hard. But we're working hard, doing a lot of PR now, a lot of marketing. So we'll be in the picture really soon. Zamnesia is best at selling high quality products, and what we're especially known for is our like kind of community between customers, which we build, customers and employees, because we kind of have we call it the Zamnesia family. Zamnesia, our very own tribe.
Yeah.
We're all about quality, so people need to get bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that quality control?
How do we maintain it? We test it ourselves. Always, we never purchase without actually having it in our hands, physically testing it, seeing what it does. In some cases, you actually test it, you consume it, but that's our ethos. We do that all the time.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, is that US or
Oh,
Europe?
if it's different, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite in the US and
In the US, I like kratom. Obviously, we cannot sell shrooms in the US, but back in the Netherlands, I love growing shrooms myself. So it's just wonderful to see.
What's your take on the global cannabis market?
The take on the global cannabis market, what I like seeing at the moment is that, and I hope that's what you mean, but I like the way everything is legalizing at the moment. You see, and in Europe, for example, but you also see it in the US, more states are opening up. But in Europe, we've seen Germany opening up, Luxembourg. It's a small market, but it's opening up. So I like that people start seeing that cannabis is not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Marijuana is here, and it's from nature, and that's what we also like with Zamnesia, is things from nature, like mushrooms, weed, but also herbs and seeds and whatever, all kinds of things. So,
You know, a lot of brands try to grow that sense of community and fail. What has worked for you and made that a success?
giving great service to customers is one of the things, and also trying to ask our customers, doing like questionnaires and stuff, asking what they would like to add to the Zamnesia catalog.
Yeah.
But again, especially with the service, we try to stand out and try to make Zamnesia ambassadors. That's basically it.
Do you have any products that you would like to bring to your line that are still in development?
Well, we're working on some really nice formula for canna. I don't know if you know the herb canna.
Yeah.
We actually manufacture our own canna. It's called Canna Extreme, and it's extreme for a reason. That's super potent.
Okay.
But that's one of the things I'm most excited about. We have great products. We tend to give the best service out there, but like the whole sense of community, becoming part of the tribe, we provide so much information. So if people ever want to find out anything about kratom or canna or cannabis, shrooms, whatever, every topic, we've got all types of content about that. So we try to not just sell things, but also be the encyclopedia of the internet when it comes to products like this.
What are your plans now for future US expansion?
We hope that psychedelics are the next best thing, but for now we'll keep expanding like our whole catalog with basically everything our customers like. And there we go again, the community thing. So we're going to ask our customers, what would you like to see in our shop? And we try to get the whole smart shop thing better known here in the States, because smart shop, that's a real Dutch or European term.
Yeah,
and at smart shop, we in the Netherlands, it's a shop where you can buy all kinds of things like head shop products. It's basically like a head shop, smoke shop type of thing, but also with nootropics, psychedelics, and all that good stuff. And well, as soon as we can open up like extra markets, we'll be doing that.
When do you think psychedelics will start to open up in the US?
You already see like the first baby steps. So hopefully it'll be the next cannabis, legalizing and eventually all over the world, because in the Netherlands we have most psychedelics being legal, but in parts of, like for example, Eastern Europe or the US, it's not legal yet. We hope like when they do it in the States, everyone follows, because the States it's the example for the world.
What can you speak on from your experience in the Netherlands in terms of how opening up psychedelic legalization might be a benefit?
Especially, well, what you see people popping pills these days, like for trauma, PTSD and stuff. It's not like it's a medicine, but it could help people with traumas, but also just for the creative things. Just having a good time on psychedelics. There's nothing wrong with psychedelics. What we also seen is, for example, the Dutch government did a research that was back, I think it was 2008 or 2010, to magic truffles, which is basically the alternative for magic mushrooms. They did a health research, whether it posed a health risk. There wasn't a big health risk for people who were using it. So I think there's obviously everything comes with a risk. Drinking a lot of water also comes with a risk. You can die of drinking too much water. So it's all in educating people and making sure they don't overdo it. Yeah. And that's basically all we can do. And with that in mind, there's really nothing wrong with psychedelics from my point of view.
Excellent. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time, man.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah.